Okay, I'm gonna save you from dealing with the girls today. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna kick out the two priors. They can hang out in the sand for a bit. It's not the best weather out, so I'm not sure if I'll leave them out for the day. But at least I'll get them out so they can stretch their legs. The sand area is not too bad. This will just make it so that way they can enjoy a little bit of being outside, moving around, without getting absolutely covered in shit and so on and so forth. Okay. Good morning and happy Thanksgiving. I'm not going to last dressed like this for long because it isn't quite this chilly out, but I do have to say I'm pretty excited to have my rabbit furs out. And this is a vintage piece. Here, baby girl. Sorry about that. This is Bailey Queen. She is 8 years old and pregnant. She is like 6 months pregnant at this point. Next one I'm gonna pull out. Happy Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving. So, next one I'm gonna pull out is her daughter, who is also pregnant. Sorry for the rough ride. I've only got a set hours to do chores because I am hosting. Need to get some last second cleaning and cooking done. I didn't shut her head in it. I can show you that there's actually room for it. I did tap the side of her though. I feel bad. Oops. Here, babe. This one. You love wrecking tripod. It's probably, I think this horse is ruined more than any of the others. There you go, babe. It's always nice when they don't kind of like run around too much, and the only reason I say that is because it means that they weren't like super stressed about being. Right, my? Did you already say happy Thanksgiving to everybody? So. I think there's 5 or 6 mares. I'm planning on breeding with this guy next year. I kind of like, I'll play it out, play it by ear. It will greatly depend on how some things are going about it. So, happy Thanksgiving. Anybody else hosting Thanksgiving? I'm doing something a little different than most people do for Thanksgiving. Since I'm having a late afternoon, usually that means everybody's kind of had a Thanksgiving already. So I'm just doing appetizers, charcuterie board, some fun stuff like that. Not anything too crazy, and certainly no turkey. I'm very excited about not having a pile of leftovers of root vegetables and bird. I don't know about you guys. Yeah, I am a little earlier than I normally am. Obviously, holiday shit. So, just a little earlier. As everybody who is used to following me knows, I will not last long like this. I like to regulate my temperature a little bit better. And let's just say, rabbit will roast you. Family and friends. 20 people. How many people are you guys having Thanksgiving with? What's up? Mark. Awesome. Frank Johnson. Let's get shoveling. This is Vivian's stall. V is my wheel mare who was born here on the farm. She was pregnant with her first, which is going to be insane to me. I caught her when she was coming out of her mother, who was also pregnant this year, and she took her first breath in my arms. I actually felt her body cavity and lungs expand in my arms, and that was the most unreal thing I've ever seen in my life. And now I hope to be there when her, hopefully, filly comes out. I did a little video explaining the different names for different horses. So, like, filly is a young female. Currently, she is what you call in foal, because we're not sure if it's a colt, which is a male horse, or a filly, which is a female. So you just say foal. Vivian, however, I will say, breeding is one of those things that's not for the faint of heart. Vivian was the first foal born here, and she has the number one trait I do not want in my barn, which is the black leg. It doesn't change anything besides she aesthetically doesn't match in the herd as well. So it's not like it's a bad thing. I just didn't want it. The next one, though, came out too white, and the third one died. So, you know, I would have taken the black leg over the death. That's for damn sure. And I definitely would have taken the black leg over the two white. Blair was a very popular horse for YouTube and TikTok because she was so well known for standing out, which is the exact reason I didn't like her. When I went out to the Clydesdale World Show, there were plenty of prime examples that color didn't really matter. However, it does to me, and the same way that a Percheron hitch would not randomly have a gray, it does matter. You should not just randomly add a roan to your hitch. So not always the popular. I've heard a good horse comes in any color, but it does matter to me. The details count. Hence why I'm not a fan of the black leg. Hopefully a trait she does not pass on to her foal. I'm very excited about her foal. The stud is one of my favorites. They actually drive together quite well. And he's a good boy. He's certainly a favorite on here as well. He loves to be the center of attention on the camera. And I love him. He's great in a cart. He's a fantastic cart horse. He's actually, you guys can hear him, he's nickering in the other one. He's nickering in the other stall. dumpty water bucket. Still makes it wet. You know, the only animal I really despise having on the farm is a duck. Horses definitely don't always make your life easy by constantly wrecking their stalls, but a fucking duck, they will destroy their like clean area in like 20 seconds flat. It's disturbing. And from somebody who has a little bit of OCD, can't stand that. I tried having ducks for a while. I have a gorgeous pond, in case you guys haven't watched the video where Striker and I hang out in it. No, fuck ducks, man. They hate having clean food. They hate having clean water. They hate having clean bedding. I don't think they can get sick from having everything soaked and dirty, but probably, I don't know. I did the poultry thing for a bit. I think a lot of us did during 2020, and I decided it was not for me. I'm not much of having a funny farm. I did for a bit. When you're having to pick up feed from feed store and all sorts of brands and all sorts of animals, life gets a little more complicated, so I'll stick to just Clydesdales and dogs. Makes life a lot easier. These are too full for me to want to dump them in the wheelbarrow, that is. I always dump my water buckets. You gotta keep them clean. I do believe that they weren't drank out of as much because they weren't as clean. So, don't love that. I know there's turds over here. I saw them. I will find you. Clean water buckets. Hey guys, it's Mandalay. Oh my god, I say that way too often, don't I? Everybody, it's a good decision. You can tell I left Bailey in for too long because the pile of shit she has. Oh my god. How's everybody's Thanksgiving? Cowgirl up. Yes, I got up, had my coffee this morning. Chores out here tend to take me about 2 hours. And then I have guests showing up by 2 o'clock. So I have another barn I need to go ride. And then finish cleaning and get my appetizers done and ready for my guest. So, cowgirl up, time to get chores done, started, etc., etc. Woo, what are you doing, Mama? What are you doing? This stall is gonna take the rest of this wheelbarrow up and probably even more. So, who else is hosting Thanksgiving? Or how many Thanksgivings do you have to go to? I have 2. I'm hosting one, and then I'll go to a late evening one. Working, having Thanksgiving. 3 Thanksgivings, oh my gosh. Happy Ontario. I know your Thanksgiving was in October, the start of October, because whenever I go to this one show, I get to celebrate with my Canadian friends, Canadian Thanksgiving, even though they're down here. We always love throwing Thanksgiving dinner. It's kind of funny that the Thanksgiving dinner is the same thing, even if it's in the different countries. Different times, though. Very different times. Well, not too different. They're both fall, I guess. Be weird to have a spring one. That's Easter. Let's leave it to that. Say delicious. That song stuck in my head. Make me want to dance while I get chores done. Okay, this one's full. I told you this one was not going to make it throughout the entire thing. Thankfully, I have a wardrobe right here. Got it. I don't even know what the song's called. I just made a reel with it, so it's a little stuck in my head. Happy Thanksgiving, guys! Taco Thursday. I know I will be having some version of turkey. I'm actually doing chicken wings, and then I have little turkey gobble bites, which are essentially stuffing and little tiny meatballs out of turkey, drizzle with gravy. I am not a huge Thanksgiving person, which is a little ironic for being the one who's hosting, but I also was sure to say that the way we are going to get through our meal is with paper plates, because no fucking way am I getting stuck doing that many dishes again, which does make me feel a little less classy, but whatever. Sometimes you gotta get a little trashy to enjoy life, right? Also, so you don't rot brain cells out. I don't know where the dog just ran off to. Okay. Everybody. Hello. Hey, guys. You're the best. Thank you for all the supportive words. Everyone should know from my hay video that I do not like having a mess under these. It's a real buzzkill. I do have a couple horses that seem to love having a mess under these, but that I refuse to let them do. Sometimes when I put this thing on instead of the normal tripod, it throws me off, but I don't have to go correct the camera. I should. Now, this stall doesn't need a lot of hay and water, but I do need to be adding quite a bit of bedding to this. I don't like how low it is on bedding. I have no idea if Strikers is going to fit in this. How about that? Not sure what this water bucket's for. This mare never, ever leaves full water buckets, so it's a little concerning to me. That's okay. Just going to dump it. Carrying 5-gallon buckets is my daily lifting weights. Right? Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Let's get Striker out and his stall cleaned. We'll see how much bedding he's gonna need. And then I'll have to start refilling these. Big bark. Okay. I'm a big boy. My baby face. How are you? I love you. You need a big boy. You need a big boy. This one, I can't wait to see what he produces. This is Striker, and he is a stud. Currently 2 mares are pregnant with him, and I am really excited to see if they get what they get for his traits versus their traits. Somebody asked earlier how many I'm planning on breeding this year. I would like maybe to breed as many as I possibly can, and we'll see about the success rate. The only thing is if I start being a little more successful with some of them, then I won't breed them all because I don't need that many. However, if I end up having colts, I sell the colts. I don't personally, which is weird because I've loved every gelding I've ever had, but I'm not really personally a gelding person. I'm more of a mare's girl. He is an absolute darling, though. I hope that his colts get like his traits of that. The 2 mares that are pregnant are very spicy. He's not exactly, I mean, for a stud, he's extremely chill. So I guess I've got to say he is a chill dude. He can turn it on, which is awesome. But overall, I would say he's maybe a little more calmer than your average stud. I personally prefer that. I want a very well-mannered stud, and it's very helpful for the fact that I like having him in the hitch. He is a little shorter than I'd like, so I'm hoping crossing with Vivian, who is a little taller. That the colt, filly, foal, whatever it is, will end up having her height. But I don't like her neck, so I'm hoping it has his. Breeding is a crapshoot, though. You can try, you can go for traits that you like, but PEMDAS, whatever, no, the theory is on what you're going to get is really more in the air than I'd appreciate it being. Knowing that I really like certain traits out of these animals, I wish there was a way to pinpoint them. But he's all but gonna shit in the hay. Shit in the wheelbarrow for me. Yes, it is a robot tracking thing. AI, not just for artificial insemination. Obviously, I don't have somebody in the corner shifting the camera back and forth. That would be crazy. Although I do think a little bit of me is like maybe attaching a string to my hip would make more sense. So happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I've got 11 stalls I have to get through before I start hosting Thanksgiving, so I'm up a little bit, going a little bit more. I'm always up by now, but I'm going through the stalls a little bit earlier than I normally do, just to get it going. Pretty good job. Shoveling shit. Keeps you fit. Let's move you guys to where I'm not headed. He is a big boy. He's actually a little shorter than I wish he was, but that's a little funny. Emma, I don't think you're getting the point. having to push it up. I just hate having to push a heavy, like, I guess I'd rather a really heavy wheelbarrow push up than to push up a half empty one because it didn't fit. What? Dude. Knock it off. Does that not look like a real horse to you? So this is Striker's stall. He is my 3-year-old stallion, which means he is a daddy horse. Well, he's going to be next year, hopefully. The first mare who got pregnant and got to 6 months ended up losing the foal, so I don't really get to call him a daddy yet, but hopefully soon. The first one comes in March, though, and it is definitely one of those things where, like, November and December are going to fly by. However, yikes, the rest of it. January, February tend to drag ass. Hopefully there will be snow because then I can do a lot of sleigh rides, which are my favorite things to do on this planet. I just got a brand new sleigh blanket. It is a Red Fox fur blanket, and I can't wait to wrap people up in it, give them some hot cocoa, and go over the river, through the woods, and dashing across the field. It is the most romantic way to spend the holidays and after the holidays. However, you know what's also a lot of fun is a Belgian sled and a snow tube or water tube. They're technically boat tubes. I just don't do a lot of boating. Don't have the time. So I call them snow tubes because I prefer to tote them behind the horses and go like, woo! So, it's a little different on that. Woo! Everybody. Got a song stuck in my head. Cuckoo! That one. Say, everybody. Somehow miraculously, I always get to fit. Probably because I'm stubborn. I am a Taurus. So, everybody. He also needs his water buckets emptied because they are disgusting. I don't love that they got refilled without being dumped because it kind of just piles it up and it's really gross. Hey, everybody, happy Thanksgiving. Thanks, guys. This one I'm just gonna dump. It's gonna be soft and heavy. This one needed a little extra moisture. It drooled green in it. Gotta get that all out. Okay. I'm very thankful for all 1,000 of you guys, but also my fans on my OnlyFans. Along with the help of my Clydesdales this year. Personally, I have a lot to be thankful this year, and I'm very thankful. And I know it because anytime things can be taken away. There are two ways to clean up the hay, the barn after. You can either blow it or you can sweep it by hand. I actually do prefer blowing, so, but sometimes you gotta get the details with this. A combo of blowing and by hand always works like the best, so that way you don't always like make the largest mess, but then go. I know you'll go out soon. Come on. Because I need to clean up an area up here. Say, everybody, I gotta clean this up before it gets really bad. My coats. This pile of shoes is why I am trying to get over there cleaned up, so that way I don't end up having a pile of shoes standing in the middle of my fucking area. But I hate having this mess on the ground. I like a nice clean barn. I like a cleaned up floor. In general, I like being cleaned up. Now it's time to struggle and get this pushed up. I got two massively full wheelbarrows who need to go up a hill. So wish me luck as I'm going to push this one out first. Links in the bios as I push. Or get pushed over. Made it. So, let's see. Get this one pushed up and out. Hopefully the Wi-Fi holds up. Oh my God. This one's actually not as bad due to the fact that I just dumped water in it. One day, hopefully sooner than later, I will have one barn with all the horses in it and not have to deal with this. But until then, open this up to the Wi-Fi. Until then, yes, it's never ending. Hi, babies. That's Vivian and Bailey. They are pregnant mother-daughter. So I do think it might be slightly questionable on what horses out. I hate ripping up the field, but I hate having them in. It's definitely not, so I'm not going to turn out. If you would stop doing that, that would be really cool. No. Okay. No! You've been out all night, you can be out all day. Go. You think it's funny that you've been out the back. Go. Go. Let's go get Finley. She can go out with her. And that way they'll go play. But I can move everybody else around. They'll get some time out, but not enough to get ripped up dirty. Go play. What did you do that? Hi, babies. Okay. I'm gonna push a wheelbarrow through. Go dump it. I've been kicked by one horse. It wasn't even his fault. I hit a boo-boo and he lost it. Kicked me square in the face. What are you guys doing? Being silly? What are you doing? Okay. Oh. Lead out. This is Ray Ray, Raina. Kaiser. Idiot. That way she gets a little time to play outside. Yeah. Here we go. Say, hey, everybody. Ray Ray. R-A-Y-N-A. Ray Ray. Raina. Guys, get out. What's wrong with you? Stop. Okay, kiss that base layer is gonna have horse shit all over it. Okay. Raina is one of my mares that did not get pregnant this year. She's the one who lost his foal last year, which I am really, really bummed about because they're definitely ones that I really, hey, don't even. That's a combo that I think is going to be very successful. So I'm very bummed that that did not happen. But that's how breeding goes sometimes. I basically have everything that I've never wanted to deal with except for a colt. I don't want a colt, which is a boy horse, and that is the only thing I have not achieved. Otherwise than that, I have gotten the black legs, the roan body, the dead baby, and the aborted fetus. So, pretty sure I'm getting a colt this year. Just to sort of rub it in that that's what happens. You get what you don't ask for. Let's see. I am not in Texas. I'm in Vermont. Bet you didn't know cowgirls exist in Vermont too. Yeah, if you actually clean your stalls, there shouldn't be a lot of pneumonia buildup. Kaiser, get out. Don't even. Horse girl then, whichever one you want to call. I have 9 Clydesdales on this property. I have 11 horses total that I take care of. And breeding, pulling out, training, all of it. It's so much fun. But be sure to give a follow so you can keep up with the crazy idea of having your own horse facility. Thankfully in my backyard. you looking so stacked for, Kai? The wiggle wiggle. Almost done this one. 2, 1, 2, 4, 5. 5 more stalls. And then I can start on Thanksgiving. How many Thanksgiving dinners are you guys having to attend? Hopefully not too many. There's only so much turkey and getting stuffed a person can handle. I have 2, which means I'll be double stuffed, which is my favorite thing to do. But say, hey, everybody. Okay, pull down, pull out. No one out. Once all the clean stuff has been sorted through, I like piling it up in the middle so that way it's not stuck on the edges. They tend to spin it up on the edges themselves, so why are you so sad looking? Trying to save myself the weight from in the wheelbarrow. And dumping the water buckets out because it adds up and it gets really heavy. The dogs absolutely panic, like I'm going to splash them, but drop my hay nets. And let's get into the next stall. Never ending, constant battle. Okay. This is actually the stall that I cleaned barefoot for my video. It was not this dirty though when I did it. Thank God, or else that video would be forever long. Kind of like the one where 2 stalls down is the one that I cleaned in my birthday suit. hear Joey being bored down there. We'll get to him eventually. Oh no, it's Tilly itching. I already got that off once today. This little thing really knows how to pile it up. I'm not sure how she compacts it so much. I guess it's the little feet thing. A lot of people wonder, oh, have you ever gotten stepped on? Have you ever gotten kicked? I'd rather buy a draft horse than a light horse. The reason, there's a bigger surface area of where they're stepping, and the weight is more distributed. Tilly tail. She was born January 2nd, which was a little early for Vermont. But January 2nd, so she's going to be 11 months pretty soon. I got it wrong the other day because I was thinking like we're in the 11th month. But she was born in the first one and took till the second one for her to be one. So I have to stand corrected on that one the other day. Yeah. Depot, yeah. It's a lot of shoveling here. hear the horses running around outside. They're finally kicking up their feather. Turned a little fast there. It's like, dude, get to it. Hey! He's itching on down there. Kick her out. Get her itching out. She does keep most of her mess on this side, but she does, I need to fluff the whole stall through because of the fact that, otherwise it would be very soft bedding laying. Shoveling through. Pretty much gets it all picked up, so I can move on to the next one. What's up? So Ellie's gonna be next. I need to get some of this situated first, though. Let's get this hay net stuffed. What you doing? What are you cleaning about the house? Yes. This is going to be entirely too much hay for this horse. That's okay. Got it. Oh, sorry. That worked some shit up. If you're sick of just watching me stuff hay nets, you can always follow the links and watch me get stuffed instead. You heard me right. two girls are so curious. That one's not the most intelligent. Mama wants to run. I'll kick out this one too. But that way Raina can come in. Got both wheelbarrow buckets are empty. Move hay over. She seems healthier already. Get out. Go. Get hay to the other barn. You guys got to see her get around. Okay. A little out of order because Joey's behind us. But a little makeshift stall at the end of the barn here. So that way Roxanne doesn't have to stay outside. And then Roxanne keeps going outside anyway, so it's kind of funny. I'm actually up in Vermont, if you guys can believe it. Not a Texan. All right. This wheelbarrow's getting a bit full. I don't know how much more it can handle. I don't think I've really come up with whether or not I'm going to leave the horses in or out today. I just put green in this bucket, so I know it didn't have shit in it earlier today. But she's shitting it. Dumbass. Getting there. I'm going to have to go dump this though. It's definitely not going to fit. Comments are always appreciated. Sometimes confusing, but always appreciated. What are you doing? Look out. Making this hard. Making this difficult, buddy. He's still just a puppy, so he likes to be involved. My, right in the way. Go up and over you. I'm gonna have to brush them off later. Guys, this is my little JoJo. Mwah. He's fun. I have a hard time saying, I think like Ellie, Joey, basically just Marina, Bailey, Tilly are my favorite. And it's not really care for Roxanne. Roxanne, Raina, Tilly, and Bailey are on my not so. Bailey I owe a lot to. Raina's a sweet girl who I'll always own, so I feel bad for her, but she's not my favorite. I don't think she's ever been anyone's favorite, if I'm being honest. Just doesn't really have a little spark or sparkle to her life. But Joey's definitely up there. Okay. This is done. Finally got that. Water buckets are emptied. Gotta put Joey over. He's been a little lame. And gimping a bit. He ran through the barn a little too hard. So I have not been letting him go out with everybody. Right back. Hopefully. He's not feeling his best. We got 2 more stalls to do. I thought we were on the last one, but I forgot Ellie's. We'll get Joey's first. Alright guys, I'm gonna keep going because we just went back up. Oh my. Striker's in the other barn. He was at the beginning of his life. The third stall I cleaned, to be exact. I've gotten a little out of order today, especially since I thought I did at least, and I haven't yet. So. We're in Joey's now. He's definitely still not feeling great. Then he really actually peed himself. Hey. You can feel it. There we go. All right. Oh, the sun's coming out. How pleasant. I feel like a bad dancer right now, just spinning around. A little bit of shake in between. Hey, leave it alone. Almost. Joey's definitely running me for money on this stall, but okay. Hopefully I find another empty wheelbarrow out there, because you guys know I love making it fit, but it is not fitting. It's all like rolling off. So. Okay. So that's it for stalls. I'm gonna sign off so that way I can hustle and get through them. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thanks for the follows.